Connecticut's #1 local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Hello, everybody, and happy Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It is a tough start out there.
Yeah.
I'm joined by Lorin Richardson in the Early Morning Forecast Center.
Yep.
Good morning to you guys. We are taking a look at some pretty adverse conditions in the state. It started off at snow. And then look at this, Lorin. It's transitioned over to rain. There's a couple of sleet pellets left in northwest Connecticut where that winter storm warning continues. Winter weather advisory in effect for everybody else with the exception of the immediate shoreline. I'm sure those are going to be coming down, though, as we move throughout the morning.
I think so.
As it's basically transitioned to over rain. What I'm concerned about is the wind and that storm surge pushing in that water into the Long Island Sound. There could be some flooding along the shoreline. So if you live in a normally flood-prone area, you want to keep an eye on things.
It's been really rough. Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing some gusts, Scott, up to 62 mile per hour wind gusts. I mean, that's crazy along the shoreline. And if you look at some of these cameras too, you could definitely see them. But yeah, I know, Scott, you've been mentioning this early warning pinpoint Doppler showing us a lot of heavy rainfall throughout parts of our state. Yep.
Montville, Haddam, New London, Groton Long Point. Roger Susanna was standing out in it in New London. Plainfield, Griswold, Voluntown, Norwich. Good morning to you. We are taking a look at just a little bit of that mixed precipitation, Lorin, up in Norfolk, Colebrook, Canaan, Salisbury. But even there, the temperatures are rising above that freezing mark, which is good news. So, and as you can see down here, Lorin, not a whole lot of action left. And Reading, Easton, West Haven, New Haven. So we're starting to see a little bit of it tapering off, which is excellent news.
They're getting a break.
Getting a little bit of a break.
Finally a break. But we did actually have some pretty big rainfall totals, too, in some areas of Fairfield County. I mean, Fairfield alone, 1.2 inches of rainfall, Scott, which is a pretty big number, actually.
Absolutely, in a short period of time.
Yeah.
So, and that wet weather continues to come down.
Right.
All right, let's take a look at the wind. Oh, good. Improvement.
Yay. Oh, we dropped it. We dropped it for Wyndham. It looks like Tolland and Hartford.
Good news.
Awesome.
That is good news. So the winter weather advisory has been dropped now, and that is from the National Weather Service out of Taunton. You can see there we have just better conditions. Winter weather advisory still in effect for the northern sections of our 4 southern counties, and that winter storm warning still in effect for northern Litchfield County. So, but we are starting to see gradual improvement, which is good news. And there's a wind advisory in effect and a high wind warning for southeast Connecticut. We're expecting, and we've seen gusts in excess of 50, 60, 62 miles an hour.
62 mile per hour in West Haven and Bridgeport, right.
West Haven and in Bridgeport, 62 miles an hour, so not particularly good. And as you can see today, that coastal flood warning is in effect. It started at 5 a.m. and it goes until 1 p.m. During the times of high tides, it's going to get rough out there. There's going to be some coastal flooding. So if you live, again, in a normally flood-prone area, you want to move things a little bit further inland, move those cars to higher ground, because that water is going to be pushing in from the Long Island Sound with that southeast to northeasterly wind. It's going to be a while before that takes over. And Lorin, even though the winds are going to relax a little bit later on this afternoon, and we're still talking sustained winds, 20 to 25 miles an hour, so it's still going to be a breezy day today.
It's still going to be breezy. I mean, those temperatures right now are mild too, Scott, and we've also been mentioning they're going to drop gradually as we head through today. But right now we're seeing temperatures that are in the 40s across portions of our state. I mean, this is warm compared to over the weekend.
Oh my goodness.
The weekend was just brutally cold. I mean, Saturday and Sunday.
Brutal.
Awful.
Brutal. All right, so we're still dealing with some icy roads out there. We have visibility that's rather poor. 4 miles in Willimantic, you got the liquid on the lenses out there, windshield wipers tapping out the tempo. 3 miles in Chester, 7 miles at Bradley. Not horrendous. I've seen much worse, but nonetheless, you are going to need to slow it down. And Lorin, you're going to see a couple of more waves of moisture down to the south of Long Island that has to make its way into the state. So
you can actually see this is what's pushing further up north. So we're going to be seeing this as we head through today. So just a couple snow showers, maybe a couple light rain showers out there. Nothing that's going to be anything like what we've seen previously this morning, where that rain was coming down really fast, really heavy, and that snow as well. So it looks like we're getting a little bit better out there, Scott. We're starting to improve. Definitely good news for everybody across our state. But the wind, as you mentioned, it's still going to be around. It's going to be sticking around for a while.
Absolutely. Good news is you can see the storm system still snowing. Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, portions of Maine.
Yeah, they're getting dumped down. Totally dumped on.
But according to early morning FUTURECAST, tomorrow's weather today, we start to see gradual improvement. It'll taper off. This is by noontime today. Still some scattered snow showers making their way across the state until late this afternoon and early this evening. And then tomorrow looks like a pretty good day of weather. So we're talking about some much better weather for the day tomorrow. But in the meantime, it is a stormy start out there. We've got moderate to heavy rain coming down in Haddam through Norwich and portions of New London County getting whacked this morning with very heavy rain. It does push out by late this morning, and then snow showers arriving around a little bit later on this afternoon. But today the temperature is between 38 and 44. Stormy, but it is going to get better later. Let's take a look at some of our iCams across the state.
Yuck.
Torrington, yucky.
Yeah, that looks awful.
Right? Not good.
No.
We'll take you right now to Hartford, where the temperature is 41 degrees. That's some good news. You can see traffic is moving along smoothly. It's a holiday, so not a lot of people are out on the roadways, and that's helping us out this morning. But there's still enough traffic out there to cause for some problems, and we did hear of some accidents a little bit earlier this morning. And there's our Waterbury iCam. Notice that breeze, Lorin, east 14 miles an hour. That is sustained.
Yeah, and it's been like that all morning. I mean, we've been seeing gusts that were even more. Let me adjust this real quick, this graphic, but actually you could see too here, we've got gusts, those gusts 62 miles per hour that we were talking about in West Haven and Bridgeport, and then Fairfield 1.2 inches of rainfall since the overnight hours. Bridgeport, I really think the southwest corner of our state, Scott, got slammed with that rain, as well as some shoreline portions, but it looks like, yeah, the wind, the rain, the shoreline is a mess right now.
Absolutely.
I think it's absolutely a mess. Be careful out there.
Slow it down out there. All right, the temperatures are in the upper 30s, low 40s. Even Salisbury now pushing over that freezing mark, 32. So we've got 33 in Salisbury, 34 in Torrington. Still a little precarious, but the good news is there's not a lot of moisture in that part of the state at this point in Salisbury and in Torrington. We've got rain to the north in Colebrook, Barkhamsted, New Hartford. You guys are getting some rain, but at least the temperatures are above the 40-degree mark. And those winds, here they are sustained. Groton, a 32-mile-an-hour sustained wind. Okay, we're going to send it on over to Caitlin for a check of the roads. Kate, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Scott. All right, so really quickly, you guys were talking about how severe the winds have been all morning. Real quick update for you. Eversource is now reporting 7,910 customers without power at this time, so we've jumped once again. And then I'm just going to quick update you because DOT is now reporting that the 9 movable bridges here in the state are closed to marine traffic because of high winds.
Wow.
So pretty interesting update there for you. If, I mean, obviously, the winds are very, very high with those wind gusts. What was the highest we reported?
62.
So pretty significant out there. So we are still reporting some issues across the state with some of the traffic out there this morning, including a crash in Windsor. 91 southbound between exits 35A and 34. We have 2 right lanes there blocked off. So let's take you out and give you a live look at that crash site. You can see we have emergency vehicles, traffic slowly getting by through the left-hand side here. Actually, visibility seems to at least be improving slightly here, 7:08 on your Monday morning, but thankfully we're not seeing a ton of company out on the roads because of the holiday. So hopefully people can hang out at home for just a little bit longer. Again, this is a 2-vehicle involved crash. We had one of those cars just kind of skid off the road. The other one was hanging out just shy of where this traffic camera is showing us some of this detail. So again, make sure that as you're heading out this morning that you are giving yourself plenty of time here, plenty of following distance, but within just the last 15-20 minutes or so, we are seeing some drastic improvement here on those roadways. Route 9 by exit 14 in Middletown, still seeing wet road conditions, but again, the wind is going to be the major concern here. Give yourself plenty of space. Hang on tight to that steering wheel. We're going to have more updates for you throughout the morning. Check the Channel 3 app. That's a quick check here at your Connecticut Chevy Pinpoint Traffic Report, driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealer. Stay safe, stay dry, and have a great day.